Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Let It Rip Sports Show. The Dallas Cowboys got extremely lucky this week because it came out that Greg Hardy's suspension is going to be reduced from 10 games down to 4 games. And that's pretty significant because players who usually get suspended more than 2 or 4 games don't usually play a huge factor in a team's aspirations to go to the playoffs or or to win a Super Bowl. And that's the one thing I thought when Greg Hardy signed and they found out that he was going to be suspended for 10 games. I'm like, his season is basically going to be a wash because that's too much time to miss and to actually have any positive impact on your team. But now he only misses 4 games. I'm thinking by game 7 or 8, Greg Hardy finds his stride. He's in game shape by then. And honestly, that defense can be extremely dangerous because you have DeMarcus Lawrence, who's coming on after a strong rookie season. You got the rookie Randy Gregory, and you have Greg Hardy, and that has the potential to be a great defensive line. And as we all found out with the Detroit Lions, if you have a great defensive line, you can mask your deficiencies in the back end of your defense. Specifically for the Cowboys, their corners and their safeties, because I think that's the real weak part of their defense right now is their DB situation. But if this defensive line can gel mid-season, going into the later part of the season where that playoff push is really important, they can cause some damage. And in the playoffs, who knows? So this is a huge break for the Dallas Cowboys. It's a huge break for Greg Hardy, especially from a financial situation, because now because his contract, if I'm not mistaken, he was based on him getting paid per game. If you miss 10 games, you're basically not getting paid. Now he also has a chance to actually get those incentives based on playing time. So huge win. And another thing before I end the video, and I'm hoping this is just rhetoric by the NFLPA and Greg Hardy's representatives, is saying that they're gonna think about this and see if they want to accept the reduction in games. And I'm thinking to myself when I heard this, like, are you crazy? Are you high on bath salts? You basically got off scot-free. 10 games, now you have to serve 4 games. You better take that deal. I swear, if Greg Hardy doesn't take the 4-game suspension and he says, we want 2 games or 1 game suspension, oh my God. Oh, you better leave well enough alone, Greg Hardy, and take this 4-game suspension and get to work. That would be my advice. But if you want to go for less games suspended, be my guest. I don't think it's going to work for you. And one more thing, I lied to you. I said that was going to be my last thing, but one more thing. Everyone's making the correlation that since Greg Hardy got his suspension reduced from 10 games to 4 games, what does that mean for Tom Brady? In all likelihood, it probably means he's going to get his suspension reduced to 2 games now. Whatever. But I mean, I'm actually anxious to see in the next couple of days what they're going to rule for Tom Brady in light of what happened to Greg Hardy. I'm curious, so stay tuned to see what happens with Tom Brady. But as far as the Dallas Cowboys are concerned, they lucked out. At least one team in Dallas lucked out this offseason. Too soon? No, not too soon. I don't think it's too soon. Maybe too soon. I don't know. But anyway, leave comments and tell me what you think of Greg Hardy's situation, how he gets 4 games. How do you think this will impact the Cowboys defense? Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Let It Rip Sports Show. I'm Eldridge Bell, and thank you for watching my show.